I should probably plan these things out better and in more efficient ways and spend more time trying to figure out what my schedule is going to be. But right now, it's just going to be this, just me sort of guessing when people are online and hoping that my guesses aren't too far off. Right now, I'm basically just speaking for the people who catch up with these like after they're uploaded. So hi those people, hi the four people who are in, and we're just going to awkwardly listen as I ramble on alone in my room. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a podcast episode with my English teacher, who, oh, Natalie left another live stream for this. Hi, Natalie. Thank you for showcasing your loyalty. I greatly appreciate it. But tomorrow, I'm going to be interviewing my English teacher from high school. Basically, like the only teacher in my high school who wasn't a pedophile. Oh, that's the story. Back when I was in high school, my girlfriend at the time and I were waiting in our drama teacher's classroom. And because I'm nosy, I went through like his desk to see if there was anything interesting there. And I found this little like journal, like a little booklet. Maybe as big as this. Um, and I flip through the pages, and the first two are pretty normal. It's just like, oh, I yeah, most high school teachers who are male are pedophiles, and I'm going to stand by that statement. I will live and die by that statement. But inside this booklet that the teacher had, the first two pages were just, oh, I'm enjoying my trip to Europe. I'm on the train. I'm taking the time in this train to write in this journal. I had some beer. And it's like, okay, this is some normal stuff. But then turn the page, and it's literally just like, ah, Madeline, I want to make love to you so vigorously that I can collect your sweat in the palms of my hand and lap up from my hands like a dog. I'm just like, what the fuck? First of all, why are you writing about this girl like this? And second of all, why are you leaving physical evidence of your pedophilic perviness just out on your desk where anyone can just walk by and read through it like I did? So that was scarring. But yeah, so it's nice to know that there was one teacher at least who wasn't a creep. And that's why I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow because I have many decent memories with that guy. Had a middle school teacher who did some weird shit to girls, but then he got fired for overdosing on meds. Yeah, most people are going to get fired for abusing medication or being an alcoholic, as opposed to, posing an active danger to their students. Like I had a lot of teachers in high school who like my cross country coach who was the computer teacher was like every time the girls would like do the stretch where they had to bend over, he would like walk behind them and like inspect their form and just maybe basically just check out their asses, which was not that great. But this is awkward because now there's only two of you, I think, Harold Lambus and Natalie, which is more intimate. But what do we talk about? What do we do? But I had the same teacher actually took a sick day to get plastic surgery, where his excuse for having the plastic surgery, he got like a facelift, and he was saying that like his eyelids were like drooping and were in fact affecting his vision. So his plastic surgery was uh like a medical leave, like medical absence, because the stretchiness of his skin was impacting his vision. I mean, other than me talking so much where the teacher had a mental breakdown and we called the ambulance, not many crazy teachers. How do you give a teacher a mental breakdown? The only time we had an ambulance called to our school was when our drama teacher slash English teacher had a heart attack. But that guy was like 300, 400 pounds. He was so heavy that like he constantly had bruises on his shins from just like the full weight of him being set down on his legs. It was a very concerning situation. But I'm sure he's doing well. He's the same guy who was the creep earlier. I don't know. There's just something about high school teachers that give off like a really weird energy because all the teachers who actually care about their jobs teach elementary school, which is weird because that doesn't matter. I Butterman says I had a teacher who fully believed that she had been abducted by aliens. Honestly, I would much rather have a teacher who believes in aliens and think that she's interacted with them than a bunch of teachers who are pedophiles. One of my teachers in high school, Mr. Napoli, believed that aliens built the pyramids. Like legitimately, that was a thing that that was an assumption that he was operating under. My class did. He punched a dent into a metal filing cabinet because we all started yelling at him. If you can't handle a bunch of teenagers yelling at you, just don't become a teacher. Like that's just part. Not saying that you should yell at your teachers, but if you're going to become one, just assume that all the kids are part of some weird, twisted power fantasy, and they're all trying to show you who's boss, and then act accordingly. America is fucking weird. Yes, I miss Korea so much. Like the few times I went to Korean schools, because when I visited Korea in 2017, I had to teach for a bit just to like get enough money to be able to stay for as long as I did. Um, like the kids were like 6 years old, and I was teaching them English, and I assumed, okay, this is going to be a breeze because they're six. How much are they going to know? But no, they spoke Korean fluently, and they spoke better English than most American 6-year-olds. And it just makes you wonder what the hell is going on in this country. Never had an ambulance at my school, but apparently one of my drama teacher's wife got killed. Damn. Was it the drama teacher? Because it's typically the drama teacher, or it's typically the husband who kills the wife. Hello, Isabel. Nice to have you, Isabella. Nice to have you here. Welcome. The only murder, the only like uh big murder that occurred where I grew up was it was the Burger King murder. This student, American student who lived on base, um, went off base and killed like a random Korean guy in a bathroom in the Burger King. Just like stabbed him to death. And he didn't know the guy. He just decided to kill someone because he was curious about how it felt to kill someone. Had a PE coach in middle school get fired for fingering another teacher in the gym in front of a door with a glass window. There is a shitty video of it on a certain hub. I'm not going to look it up. I'll just take your word for it. But, you know, some that's the excitement. That's part of the thrill. If you're going to finger someone in public, make sure you can get caught. And if you do get caught, that's part of the fun. I'm watching your stream and Jack's films at the same time. I'm honored that I am on the same level of interest as that legend of a man. What are your opinions on the big chess blow up on both YouTube and Twitch? I don't know what's going on there. I just know that Critical is apparently winning like crazy, but I haven't checked out his videos on that yet. It, I love Critical, but like when I'm watching a Critical video, I always watch like I end up watching like 3 or 4 in a row. But it takes so much mental energy for me to actually click on one because his thumbnails are so boring to look at. So it's just like, come on, like please let me be more interested in what you're talking about. But every time I click, I'm just like, okay, this is Critical. Like, why did I not click on this before? If I'm not mistaken, Critical is in Florida, right? Because if that's true, I'm in the same state as Critical, which is just nice to know. Yeah, his content is insane. It's like it's very understated insanity. It's he just sort of presents insanity to you in the most milquetoast form. It's just him sitting in his room. Not that I'm one to like talk about that, but it's interesting the way he tackles YouTube. He's he's my favorite chess streamer because he's so unprofessional. Yeah, I never knew that Critical was good at chess. But like now that I know, it seems like it's pretty on brand. Like people who are so socially just abrasive are usually pretty good at like one fancy thing. Yes, Charlie's in Florida. I hope one day I'll be able to run into him. Florida Man meets Florida Man or watches Florida Man. I've been wanting to do a video where a couple of friends and I like try to hunt down and kill the concept of Florida Man. Like we would pull up a bunch of news articles, try to triangulate the position, like predict where he's going to strike next, and then find Florida Man. But because of the quarantine, I haven't been able to do anything like that. They were both married to different people, and the fingerer had a kid. What a great phrase, the fingerer, not the top, but the fingerer. Um, but yeah, that is unfortunate. But I don't think you should get fired from your job just for cheating on your wife, unless your wife works at the school. Like that's a personal thing, but you should get fired for having sex on campus. Um, back in high school, we were all just minding our business in class, and then the vice principal went on to the announcements, and she said something about like, okay, Camp Humphreys kids, blah blah blah. Here's the bus schedule, and then after that, she followed it with, and by the way, we've been receiving complaints. So whichever couple is having sex on the elementary school playground, please stop. And it's just like, who makes that announcement over the speakers just in the random high school classroom and doesn't expect anything weird to happen? Yeah, I love how many YouTubers I can feel close to since I live in Florida. How many YouTubers live in Florida? I know it's like Thomas Sanders and Critical and me, I guess. But who else lives in Florida? There is a house down my road where a guy went insane and killed his wife. Right now, no one lives there, and I feel a very weird vibe when around there. Do you guys believe in ghosts? I don't personally believe in ghosts, but like I believe that people who believe in ghosts genuinely do believe in ghosts and like aren't crazy. Like I feel like there is valid evidence out there, and that the people who think that ghosts are real are not like are sane people. But I myself haven't really had an experience yet, so I can't really say. But I don't know. I'm curious about the house, Dennis, because like I wonder if a stranger just rode their bike down your road, someone who didn't know that the murder happened in the house, would feel weird around the house, or if they would just be like, no, it's a regular house. Like, do you have to know that a murder happened in the house to feel weird about that house? If you have ever watched Gray Still Plays, he also lives in Florida. Now I need to watch more like niche YouTubers. I'm still trying to get into the culture of like YouTube. It's very weird. Okay, you should know why is Doc banned? I don't know. I like the theory that because apparently I only all the information I have on Doctor Disrespect being banned is that um, all the information I have about that is from the Tiny Meat Gang podcast. And apparently, right before his last stream, he freaked out and I shut off the stream. So I assume that he must have known that he was going to get arrested or something. So I think he might have done something illegal. And outside of that, Twitch was like, okay, we can't have you on our platform. Are you counting souls as ghosts? Are ghosts and souls like ghosts, spirits, specters, and souls are like four different things, I think. I feel like a ghost is just like an impression that death has left behind. Like a soul is what goes on to the afterlife, if there is one. But a ghost is like what stays behind, but it's not like that person's consciousness. It's like the imprint of their last moments on Earth are strongly like left, and that's what a ghost is. You know, I remember once some kids were vaping in the bathroom, and to stop from getting caught, the whole bathroom started moaning really loud, so the teacher had to go get a female. I wasn't what? How? Wait, wait, what? Wouldn't that bring more attention to you? Because like if you're vaping in the bathroom, then like sure you have to worry about the smoke. But if you're vaping in the bathroom while moaning, that's an entirely different. Like someone's more likely to walk in. Drew Gooden lives in Orlando. I know. Oh, I didn't know that actually. I was super surprised to realize that Drew Gooden and his wife met on Vine. Like Amanda messaged, like commented under one of his vines, and was like, "Hey, you're really cute." I think that's how they started talking. How does that happen? So who knows? Maybe I'm going to get married to one of you right now here in the live chat. Our boy listens to TMG. You got nice taste. Yeah, I was actually a friend a friend and I were supposed to go see them, um, see them live in April, but then the quarantine happened, so it got pushed back to August. But now it's July, and like quarantine is still going on because America doesn't know how to handle this. So I assume it's going to get pushed back again, which is unfortunate. But I'll live. I'll get by. But yeah, I actually have the Tiny Meat Gang locals only vinyl. I was gonna get up and show it to you guys, but I don't feel the need to. But yeah, I love Tiny Meat Gang. But I do feel if anyone here watches Cody Ko, does it feel like his last 20 videos just haven't been funny, like at all? Like it's not so unfunny that I'm able to get through the videos. But I feel like Cody Ko's last 20, 25 videos just haven't been like funny. It's very upsetting. You can marry me. Aurora, I will ship you a ring in the mail, and it's official. Aurora and I are going to get married. Please congratulate us in the chat. No, a teacher was like, "Who's vaping in there?" Oh, so okay, so the teacher found out that you guys were vaping, and to prevent the teacher from coming in, you guys made sex noises. Got it. Quinex Cabs. Yeah, is Cabs in the chat right now? For those who don't know about Cabs, we had to kick him out of the server. RIP Cabs. I'm sorry. OMG, I know this. She commented, then they met at VidCon and went out for coffee. Drew and Amanda went out and bunch and started dating, then eventually got married. Yeah, that's super super cool. How do you comment on someone's Vine and then eventually end up getting married to that person? It doesn't make sense. Uh, can we be an open couple? Yes. I will. I am willing to get married, but like keep the relationship open. So if anyone else wants to date me or marry me in that time, we'll get by. I liked Cody's tattoo vid and the button ones, but that's about it. Yeah, the tattoo vid was nice because Kelsey was in there, so he had someone to play off of. And I feel like one of the button videos was funny, like the very first one. But like I've watched all of his latest videos and I don't even remember like what they were about. Uh, you yeah, anyone with cabs in their username, I will propose to. But I could have shot my I wish I could shoot my shot like Amanda. Hella brave and totally paid off. Listen, just find a bunch of um YouTubers with like 100,000 subscribers and fewer, and just comment under all their videos, being like, "Hey, do you want to get married?" Or "You're super cute. Let's get coffee." And you're bound to get married to one of them, I'm sure. Yeah, Cody's last few videos were right making the next viral TikTok sound, best bad movie, roast my mustache, that TV show where like it's it's mean people who pretend to be mean. Like there's so many of these videos that I just don't remember watching because they just like didn't leave an impression on me, which is unfortunate. Any music recommendations? Yes. Listen to IBS Sucks by Lauren Brodoff. She's a pretty small YouTuber, but it was a really good song. I've been listening to Glass Animals a lot recently because their Dreamland album is coming out soon. A friend has got me into Gorillaz. It took me a while to like get into them, but you know, I enjoy them now. Who else do I like? Oh, that same friend has also gotten me into Julian Casablancas's other band that isn't the Strokes, The Voids. Uh, what other music is there? I don't know, man. I just don't listen to a lot of music. I think he is funnier when he is with other people. Yeah, because like Cody, like the That's Cringe series is great because it's Cody and Noel and they're able to play off each other. But yeah, when Cody's alone, he's just not quite as funny, which is unfortunate. All right, everyone say goodbye to Harold Lambus. I hope he's still here. OMG, there's someone behind you. Yeah, it's probably my mannequin, but if it's not, then we might have proved the existence of ghosts. If you want music recommendations from a real music fan, hit me up. All other music fans are fake. Yeah, that's what everyone says about their own music. I never liked Cody. I feel weird because I like so many commentary channels and a lot of Cody's friends, but he just kind of annoys me. I don't know why. I think it's because Cody is sort of like a classic, like just a basic white bro on the inside. Like he still has that soul um, deep within him. And I think he's gotten better. Like he's not a fuckboy anymore, but you can tell that he used to be. So it's like, okay, that energy is still there. So that's sort of why he makes me uncomfortable. But if you guys watch Workaholics, he reminds me of that other character, the character in Workaholics. I don't remember their names, but the one who is very, very annoying. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Cody seems to be the biggest commentary channel, but there are so many other commentary channels that are better than him. Yeah, like yeah, Danny Gonzalez is better. Curtis Connor, Drew Gooden, Swell Entertainment. I would say Nerd City is commentary, but yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird that Cody was the one that got big. But I guess it's because of his beef with Jake Paul. Speaking of which, I looked at Jake Paul's YouTube channel the other day, and I was very upset to realize that he's getting like a million plus views every video. Oh yeah, Gus Johnson and Eddie Burback. I don't know how I forgot about them. Scott Kramer as well. There's just lots of like good comments. I feel like all the best channels on YouTube right now are commentary because commentary actually like tackles stuff that's like sort of not like it's a variety show. So you're not watching the same thing every time, which is nice. Sir, do you like dong? Um, I guess. I can like dong. I have capacity to like dong somewhere deep within the reservoir of my human being. I am able to like dong. I've watched so many of Danny's videos that my entire recommended is him. One of my first videos that got big was a video I did on the Dory Twitter account, which I only did because I watched Danny's video on that. So basically every video I've done that has gotten more than 10,000 views is only because I was riding the coattails of another bigger YouTuber. So fuck me, I guess. All right, it's like 1 a.m. for me right now, so I must slumber. All right. Good night, Skibig. I think I need to figure out a better time to do these live streams. I feel like 7 to 8 p.m. my time isn't great because I feel like a lot of my subscribers are in Europe, actually. I know like half of you guys are in America, but I feel like you are doing other stuff. But I don't know. I would have to ask Natalie and Alexi because like they're always in here because they have nothing better to do. But yeah, I don't know. I want my channel to be different because I've been noticing that more people are watching the channel who are basically just like, oh, this guy talks about sex. That's funny. Like, oh, sex. Ha 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 ha. I don't really want to be that channel because I don't talk about sex because it's like, oh, sex is funny. I talk about sex because it's more just like, oh, this is an interesting topic and we can talk about it. It's 5:11 p.m. here. So what? You're in California, Washington. Haha, 69, man. Yeah, so true. But so yeah, I actually sort of Exerbia has been influencing me more because when I'm looking at a bunch of the videos I'm working on now, most of them are sort of more existential and like higher effort. Uh, but it's so difficult because I'm still working a job and then I want to do this and I want to make these videos hot. I saw someone said that you're hot, and then that just stuck out in my mind, and that's what I said. Thank you, Leah. I can't see your profile picture because you don't have one, but I I assume you're hot as well. So thank you. But yeah, I want to make my videos better and not just like me sitting down in my room for 2 hours and speaking to the camera and then editing for like a day and then putting that up. Like the even though I don't want to be known for the sneeze fetish video anymore, I sort of have to recognize that that's my best video. So I need to I need to start like putting more effort into my videos again. Hey, 49-cent Rage Hamilton. It's okay. Everyone say hi to 49-cent Rage Hamilton. He is new. Welcome to the channel. Um, I very Mary. I'm gonna make Mary a moderator. But what? Yeah, just I think we were talking about ghosts earlier, but I don't think I got many of your opinions. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Do you like acknowledge the difference between ghosts and like spirits or like souls? Because I think Catholics and some branches of Christianity believe that God was like the Father, the Son, and like the Holy Spirit. But then they also sort of use the Holy Ghost. So is ghost interchangeable with spirit? Like, what's the difference there? You know what? Fine. All right. Alexa, you've earned it. I'll make you a mod. Why not? But I see a lot of new names. So that's nice. No, we're just people and die when we die. Yeah, I grew up Christian, but it sort of like officially became not Christian when I was 17. But because I was raised Christian, I've sort of subconsciously had the idea that like, oh, one day I will die and go to heaven or hell, like in the background of my mind. But lately, I've sort of realized, oh wait, I don't believe in heaven and hell anymore. So what happens when I die? Because now I don't know what happens anymore. So the past month or so, I've been scared of death again because I'm no longer sure what will happen when I die. So it's going to be interesting trying to like re-internalize the concept that one day I'm going to die, and something might happen or something might not. But if you guys have any ideas, that'd be nice. When you die, you're going to go to Candyland. That would be interesting if the afterlife is just a bunch of various board games. I feel like that would make life more fun, unless you die and go to like Risk or Monopoly. The interesting thing about Monopoly is that not interesting, just stupid. But like you're even if you win Monopoly, the board game, you end the game with less money than you did at the start. And then you also have no way to get more money because you've bankrupted everyone who could have given you money. And it's like, what? You should have just all gotten along and kept your $1,500 and hoped for the best. I'm pretty sure you just shit your pants when you die. Yeah, I'm very like, despite the fact that I know I'm going to be dead, I'm very concerned that I'm going to shit my pants when I die, which is why I constantly starve myself to avoid having anything in my digestive system. So when I die, possibly because of starvation, because I'll be starving myself, I won't shit my pants. Aaliyah says bye. Everyone say goodbye to Aaliyah. Um, if you win Monopoly, you lose TBH. Honestly, just if you decide to play Monopoly, you've already lost. Like you just there's no point. Either you last till the end of the game and you just have enough money, or you just don't last till the end of the game and you lose everything. And you probably throw yourself off an 8v5 story building. Wait, can I be mod for the lols? Probably not. I don't know who you are. It would be interesting if I just gave all of you mod powers and you guys just fought it out in the comments. Telling your religious parents you're atheist is hard, but what about telling your atheist parents you're religious? I feel like atheist parents are more accepting of being religious because like it's not like it's actively harmful. Oh hey, JJ's in the chat. Everyone say hi to Mitchell because Mitch chill. I knew her back in high school. She dated my brother. Hey JJ, how are you? Maybe Monopoly holds a message about the flaws of capitalism or something. That's exactly what Monopoly does. You can still piss yourself. Well, I mean, if I'm going to be starving myself so I don't shit my pants when I die, I assume I would also be depriving myself of water so I don't piss myself when I die either. But no, I'm not going to tell that story. It's too dark. Monopoly is the most fun to play when you're playing with someone so competitive that they will pay you real money for your fake Monopoly money. I was playing with a friend who kept giving me $1 for every like $100 in Monopoly money uh, that I would give her. Best game of Monopoly I ever played. I don't want kids, but if I found out one of my kids was religious, I genuinely wonder what I did wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with religion, just religious people, certain religious people. Wait, how do you get a profile picture on your thing? You have to go to you have to like actually set up an account. Uh, Someone help Aaliyah figure out how to get a profile picture on her account. Um, you're funny looking. Ha 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 ha. You got me there. I'm okay. Haha. Have you tried board game online? It's like Monopoly online, but 1,000 times better, 1,000% better. That's good to hear. I think okay, board game online is. I played that with Palin, but I forgot what it was called. But I know it's like just like all the points don't matter, and the rules change like every other turn. It was a bullshit game, but it was a lot of fun. Um, Alexi, because I've seen firsthand the damage you can do quickly, but that lasts forever. I think everyone say hi to Pish Posh Applesauce for having the best name in the live chat right now. But I think religion itself isn't inherently bad. Like religion is sort of like capitalism, whereas like it's a decent system, but then people are shitty, so you sort of have to take that into account. Uh, so so I don't mind religion, but there are certain radically religious people who take the homophobia a bit too far. I have pink eye from Dorito dust. Doritos are such a low tier chip, and I'm very upset that they're as popular as they are. Um, I'm a huge slut for kettle cooked chips, like the ones that like are razor blades within your mouth. Um, they're absolutely delightful. Um, what just happened? But Doritos just you can taste the chemicals in Doritos. Like, if you ever have the sweet chili flavor, which is like the best flavor of like the flavors they have, you can eat five or six, but then after a while, you begin your saliva begins to feel like it's turning against you, like your body begins to have a reaction. It's awful. Um, Reducing religion to homophobia is like reducing atheism to hating your neighbor. That's fair. But when I reduce religion to homophobia, what I mean is outside of people who are genuinely like good religious people, when you think of religious people who are hateful, it's typically the homophobic ones. But on top of that, they're very judgmental. Most like shitty religious people are very controlling of others. Like they, despite the fact that you're not supposed to judge your neighbor, they sort of, because they have the power of God on their side, but not anime, they feel that it's within their jurisdiction to do so. Having an exam tomorrow and having trouble sleeping, figured I'd pass by to say I enjoy your videos and the effort you put into them. Stay strong. Well, thank you, Miguel. Everyone say hi to Miguel and also good luck on your exam, Miguel. I appreciate the appreciation. Who does your editing on your videos? I do. I have 9,000 subscribers. You think I could hire someone else to edit my videos? Right now, I do all the work for my videos, except for like, I've been reaching out to this guy who goes by Darwinkle. Um, he's done a few like big brain edits, but like maybe one or two. But on like the day-to-day stuff, I do all the editing and filming and blah 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 blah. I know a lot of people that think Satanism is the same as atheism. I sort of I want to have a Satanist friend because I hear that Satanism is actually a decent religion, uh, and that all the people I know who know Satanists are like, oh yeah, Satanists are like the nicest people ever. Um, Holy shit, I have the biggest smile on my face right now. Nice. I'm glad to make your day, Miguel. I shouldn't chat in live streams while I'm drunk. I highly recommend it, actually. If you're only allowed to be in the live chat if you are drunk. Uh, and if you're sober, then don't bother typing. Do you have any plans to visit Korea? I guess not anytime soon because of the Rona, but yes, I need to. When I visited Korea back in 2017, I was hoping to meet my biological mom then, but apparently I wasn't old enough. So I want to go back at least twice, like once for like a pleasure trip because I just miss Korea a lot. Um, I miss like the big actual city and the food and the people and the atmosphere and just the hustle of the city. But I also want to meet my mom because I need to figure that like part of my life out. I'm a Kemetic pagan. I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting. I'm an allotrist. I practice allotrism, which means that I believe in a higher power, whether it be God, Allah, like the universe. But I just don't worship that higher power. Like I go out of my way not to. Satanism has the advantage of being very modern, so most of the teachings are actually open-minded, liberal, and leftist. Yeah, I think most religion is outdated because you look at Islam and Judaism, and the restrictions on not eating pork or seafood are because those meats, when undercooked, can get you sick, as opposed to beef. Like you undercook beef, you can still eat that. You can eat a rare steak, but you have to cook chicken and pork thoroughly, otherwise you'll get sick. So what happened with Islam and Judaism is people were like eating pork and getting sick because they didn't think to cook it all the way. So religious leaders were like, okay, like this meat must be unholy because it's killing people. So let's just say that God told you not to eat pork. Um, and that's why they can't eat pork. Same thing with like just the Bible, and you look at Leviticus and like all the shit you're not supposed to do, but all the stuff you're sort of allowed to do, like the fact that you're allowed to buy slaves, um, and there's not restrictions against that. That a woman on her period has to sit on a bale of hay. That if you think about a sin, that you have to sacrifice a lamb. There's like a lot of things that are very outdated, which is unfortunate. But I don't know, like people back then had to be told, listen, don't steal or murder, uh, because and like the general underlying principle of that was it affects our society. Like we need to build a decent civilization, and we can't do that if we don't trust our members. Um, like now we get that. Now we understand. Okay, don't murder, don't rape, don't steal, because it's detrimental to like the what we're striving towards. But back then, it was sort of like, okay, if you do this, some foreign entity is going to kill you in the afterlife. Um, Egyptian neo-paganism. That sounds sexy. Chicken is fine though. Yeah, I was just thinking about chicken and the fact that like if you undercook chicken, you'll get sick. But yeah, there must have been like hella lambs back then. Because like, how do you also like? Isn't it weird that right now, in modern life, killing a lamb is like a very toxic trait? Like if I knew a guy who killed lambs regularly because he felt that God wanted him to, I think we would all look at that person and be very like wary of that person and their morality. But back then it was just like no, like if you don't kill animals, if you don't kill innocent animals, um, then you're going to hell. But it's interesting. Yeah, I've only had lamb once, but it was so good. I miss meat. I still eat meat, but I'm not able to afford it as much. But it's interesting how the concept of God has become further away as time passes. Like you look at the Native Americans and the ancient Greeks, and it's like okay, they believed that gods, and the ancient Egyptians believed that like gods were in the animals around them. You know, like there was a god of crocodiles, there was a god of cats. Like they worshipped the buffalo because it like provided for them. But then you kill these animals, and all of a sudden you realize, wait a minute, God's not in these animals. So if God's not in the animals, then maybe God is in the trees, maybe God is in the sea, maybe God is in the mountains. But then you traverse the forest, you cut down the trees, you sail the seas, you conquer the ocean, you like you climb these mountains, and you don't find God there. So you're just like, okay, fuck. Um, then maybe God is just on another spiritual dimension entirely, and that's like the stage that we're at because we can't find God here on Earth. no matter how hard we tried. So we've decided, for the sake of our own sanity and to keep ourselves comforted by the notion that maybe there is a God, we've placed him elsewhere in heaven where we can't see him. And that's where faith comes from. When does a lamb become a sheep? Do you just have to grow to like 3 years old and then you'll never get killed? Yeah, when do we decide that like a baby thing becomes an adult thing? Because in animals, like there's a distinct, like you have puppies and you have a dog, you have kittens, you have a cat, you have a fawn and you have a deer. But with humans, we give ourselves the distinction of infant, child, teenager, adult, elderly. So like, are there teenage deers? Like, are there teenage dogs? Like, what's the distinction there? When does something become the other? Like, there's no like rigid line that decides a child becomes a teenager. It's just all superfluous. God should just get a Patreon, save the lambs. I mean, that's called. Honestly, I'm tired of the joke of being like, oh, that's what the donation box is. I've been to multiple churches where like only mega churches abuse their donations, but most local churches that are small actually like use donations for the better good. So I can't shit on them for that. But $100 you can commit murder. That's just called being rich. I mean, look at Epstein. Look at how much rich people can get away with. Like the concept of bail, like the fact that you can get out of jail if you have enough money. What the fuck is that? $5,000 tier. God invites you to have dinner with his family. That would just be awkward. What should I major in college? Well, what are your interests? If you don't know what you want to major in, then just don't go to college yet. Like I only recently learned what I wanted to go to college for. Um, so if I had gone to college the previous 3, 4 years, I would have just been wasting my time and money, you know? I'm not at all comforted by the presence of a God. If for some reason I randomly get real proof of God, I get so freaked out. He's a real bad guy sometimes. Yeah, like even if I had absolute proof of God, I still like I would believe in him, obviously, because there's proof, but I would still not worship him because think about it like this: like most religious people espouse free will as being the reason bad shit exists, like rape, murder, slavery, war, hate crimes aren't God, they're free will. Like humans choose to do that. And you're like, okay, so like God doesn't want to interfere with these shitty things because he wants humans to exercise their free will. And he loves us, so he's going to let us choose. But if you look at like, let's assume that in this example, your parents love you. I am going to assume that in real life, your parents might not love you because you're fans of me, and my channel is called Depressed Laughter, and you're probably wildly depressed. So I don't know whether your parents love you or not. But let's assume your parents love you. If your parents walked in on your brother like raping or molesting you or trying to kill you, your parents would stop your brother from doing that because while they love you and while they love your brother, they don't want you to get hurt. And objectively speaking, that's an awful thing to do to another human. God supposedly loves us the same way that our parents love us, and yet he has that power to prevent horrible things from happening and just chooses not to do it. It's weird. It's fucked up. But most people don't look at it like that. Most people like the comforting notion of like everything's going to be okay in the end because there's a higher power. I sort of understand that. The church I went to, most of it went to paying for their daycare. Honestly, I mean, do what you want with your donations. You know, like people choose to give you money. At that point, it's your money. Do what you want. You know, I don't care. I should start a religion. I should start a church, which might just be this channel, actually. I want to major in film directing, but I have little experience and I don't know where to get it. Well, I mean, I think you would get experience when you're getting your major, right? And I didn't have experience, but like I just started making YouTube videos, and eventually I started to get an eye for like what shots looked good. But my throat is starting to get fucked up because oh wow, like it genuinely hurts. So I'm going to sign out soon, but it was nice talking to you guys, like it always is. It's always really fun doing this. But yeah, any last words, any last comments? Get them out now. and then I will disappear forever. All right. Peace out, lads.